Hello, everybody. Beautiful people here. Gonna be, I don't know, it's Tuesday? Something like that. I'm gonna be messing around with some more of the Diablo 3 Necromancer beta. Sorry, I was trying to do some stuff before I opened up the stream. Taking way too long. So I thought, fuck it. You get to watch me mess around with it for a while. I don't know, something along those lines. So, yeah. But, whoa now. Whoa now. There we go. All kind of scene transitions. Just going awry. Oh, man. So today, my mother is coming on over at some point, so I have to get off early in order to take out the trash and all that fun jazz, so she doesn't sit there and judge me. You know, the normal stuff you do when your parents are coming on over. Oh my god. And I went through 31 rerolls to try to find one socket on this damn thing. And I did not find one socket on this damn thing. Yep. So, let's keep trying. Let's find me a socket on this damn thing. Give me a socket! Show me what you got. Apparently not a socket. Oh. This is what was taking me so long, by the way. This is what was eating up my time before I could start up the stream. Was this one neck piece that I got. That doesn't have a socket, it has a socket. Yay, we can get on with it. A wonderful thing, isn't it? Okay, so, well, fuck me. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go over poisons and poison bone spikes. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna scout the mages. We're gonna contaminate them mages. We're gonna go to Land of the Dead. We're gonna keep the Plague Lands where they're at. We're going to go over here. Army of the Dead, definitely. Going to put the Army of the Dead up there. Extended Servitude's fine. Life on Hit's fine. That, a culmination of crap in the hole's fine. We are going to have to put bone armor up on this bitch. Alright. Bone armor. And then like this. And then this final revive. It's Devour. And it is Devouring Aura, so that it just eats up crap. Alright, yeah, oh, let's go.
Are you strong enough to survive the trials?
And I forgot how to play this spec. Alright, cool. Yeah, I forgot to change out my damn, I know what's going on. I know what's happening. Little genius here. Forgot to change out this crap. Okay, so I need. Show me what you got. Show me it. Show me. Yep, there we go. And that. Alright. There, so now I found. Are they now spawning on top of each other? I'm lost.
I need essence.
It is. They are spawning too, right? But they're spawning like tip top on each other now. Is that since the last patch?
I wish you luck, hero.
I don't like the look of that.
My essence is too low.
I'm really confused by that. They can now stack on each other. Before they couldn't stack. So my whole argument of the hallway, hot dog down the hallway thing is irrelevant.
I need essence.
Jeez, okay. Well, that changes things quite a bit. Yeah, everything right?
All must serve the cycle. I need essence.
It's very weird that they now stack, and before it was not a stacking thing at all. Very strange. Because it kind of changes it a little bit, honestly, because like before when they didn't stack, it would make like a wall of shit. And now that they're actually stacking on top of each other, they're kind of like not really blocking as much as they were before. I really didn't change that potion back out. Very strange.
I need essence. My essence is too low.
Was there a patch that I was unaware of? Might be something I need to look into. Let's see. Because I wonder if they changed anything else with it. It also seems like I'm doing less damage than I was previously with this.
You will make a
That-
fine corpse. Not enough essence. Consumes you.
Okay, let me see something, because something doesn't feel right.
I need to go back.
Is there any possible patch notes? Because that is very much so different. Like that. So let's go to... let's check real quick. Because them stacking is a huge difference. It basically makes it to where you don't have a giant wall of skeleton mages in front of you blocking. Let's see. Let's see. No? No notes. This is all very strange. Oh well. Let's go ahead and exit repair, get back in. I'm gonna change out that potion because that potion's kind of fucking me too. Okay. Alright.
Enemies of the Nephilims.
But I guess it also works as a buff because though now they're stacking, they also can do more damage, but they also feel like they're doing less damage. I don't know what's going on with that either. Morning, OG. What's going on this morning? How's this good old day treating you?
I like to think the world is safer now.
I noticed a very interesting thing while I was starting to mess around with this again. Decent enough? Hey, that's good, man. The skeleton mages now stack. They no longer like are you can basically stack them up in one spot now, like this.
My essence is too low.
So it's kind of strange because it's a little bit different because they used to just spread out every time you cast. So with them stacking now, you're doing more damage, but it's also creating like a weird effect where I don't know, it just doesn't feel like they're doing as much damage as they were. I checked the patch notes, there's nothing in the patch notes about them now stacking, you know. I'm not sure what's going on with it.
Not enough essence.
I also feel like they're doing less damage than they used to. Before I feel like I was able to tick for like, instead of the like, I don't know, it's weird. I just feel like they're doing about half as much damage as they used to. I don't know if maybe they put in like a little secret change to it. Or something, but I don't feel like they're doing as much damage as they used to. Now, I was saying earlier, today is the day that I have got to... I'm probably going to end the stream maybe around like 1 o'clock instead of 2 today. My mom's coming because my daughter's like ballet thing going on. So my mom's going to be coming to visit and all that fun jazz. And I got to clean the house a little bit, take out the trash so that she doesn't come in and be like, oh my god. You live like a failure, you know? I really don't feel like they're doing like nearly as much damage as they used to. It looks like it's like I mean, it feels like it's been cut in half almost, and the numbers seem to be like that way too. I don't know. I might have to check the form. See if anyone else is kind of experiencing it, or I'm just messing something up. Maybe I just screwed something up on the way. The other day I was talking to one of my friends, and I was actually kind of I don't know the best way to put it, I guess, like disappointed, because I was talking about the new Alien movie, and it's like, you know, I want to go see it. And he was like, "Oh yeah, how was that?" And I was like, "Oh, it was good." And he's like, "Yep, never seen them, so I have no idea what any of that's about." I was like, "Wait a minute, what?" So, through the course of our conversation, I found out that he's not only never seen Aliens, he's never seen The Dark Crystal, he's never seen Willow, he's never seen pretty much any of the, like, old classic sci-fi-ish movies at all. The only one he's seen is Predator, and the only reason he's seen it is because of the meme that got popular with "Get to the chopper!" And he got curious in that fact. So yeah, I told him, I was like, I'm gonna start having a movie like Monday or something where I come over and I'm just gonna find these old classic movies. I call them classic, you know, but classic movies, and I'm gonna force you to watch them so that you get a little bit of culture in your life, you know. And yeah. Because, I mean, I loved watching Mystery Science Theater 3000 and stuff like that. When I was a young man, I wanted to be a predator. Hey, everyone wanted to be a predator, alright? I mean, good lord, that thing was awesome. Let's see. Level up one of my gems from my secondary ones that I was testing. Yeah. Let me continue to try to pump that up. I was always fascinated with, like, xenomorphs, but I mainly, like, I became extremely fascinated with it because of the art style of it, you know? Ridley Scott, I always liked his movies. A lot of people kind of were on the fence about Ridley Scott for a long time. There still are. These newer movies have more of, like, hate or you love them. Like Prometheus. It's like, you either hate it or you love it. But, you know, I used to watch Mystery Science Theater 3000 a whole lot. That was like, to me, that was amazing, you know? I love the whole, like, old movies and stuff like that. And though, you know, they did joke around during it and it was funny and stuff like that, I generally liked it too, just to watch, like, these off the wall, like, never heard of them sci-fi movies from, like, 80 and 1990 and stuff like that. That to me was always a very interesting thing. Oh, don't get me wrong, I love Prometheus also. That was a great movie to me. And, you know, right now, Aliens is the new one that just came out, is receiving a bunch of scrutiny because they're quote-unquote pissy because they said it's nothing new from Ridley Scott. It's a Ridley Scott film for sure. And it's like, that's kind of why I liked them. You know? I don't know. They're like, you know, it doesn't have the new bells and whistles that most movies do or something. I don't know. Something stupid. So to me, I'm like, well, I kind of like that. I like watching a Ridley Scott film and going, yes, this is Ridley Scott. This is his direction and writing and all this other shit, you know. I can tell just by, you know, the first 20 minutes. This is his type of film. And that's great. I would suggest it, man. Me and the missus went, and she said it was slow, and you know, I was like, well, that's really Scott for you, and she was like, yeah, but it was really good. I was like, yeah, because normally she hates slow movies. She can't stand to watch slow movies, but she ended up actually liking it, even though it still was slow. So that's saying something right there too. And he apparently said he's going to be doing even more films. He's going to have like 2 or 3 more, I think he said, in the Alien franchise. Which, I still find it amazing that he still has the rights to Aliens. Like, most movies and directors sell off the rights to their films real quick. And that's why you don't see a lot of like sequels of some films, is because the original director didn't own the rights, and then the sequel is directed by someone completely different, you know? Or at least I think he still owns the rights. I might be spreading this information here. I don't know. But I assume, and the only reason I'm saying I assume he does is because, you know, he's able to make as many films of it as he wants to. Yeah. Okay, don't get me wrong, I love the Fifth Element, the fact that younger people use it to judge other sides. You know why though, is because the Fifth Element came out around the time that like sci-fi movies were kind of in a decline. Like, they weren't amazing, you know? It was in between the time of when Aliens came out, which was like 1979, I think was the original Aliens, and those types. And there was a big long time where like sci-fi movies became like a joke after, you know? And I'm talking about, this is after The Thing and stuff like that, and they hit like a brief period where it was just all crap. There's a big slew of crap that came out that spammed it because it was popular at that point. And so after a long time, The Fifth Element came out, but it was actually kind of well written and really well done, but it had all the nice graphics and bells and whistles that most, you know, the new sci-fi movies do. So that's why it's kind of used to judge for the younger crowd, is because they look at Predator, Aliens, The Thing, and stuff like that, and it's like, it's not the most, you know, graphically pleasing to them. And that was the point when they started using an actual okay writing and technology to make a decent movie. That's the only assumption I can make with that. Now, I love The Fifth Element too. I really enjoyed watching it. I feel like that woman's career went to shit when she started dating the director, and he went on to make like a bajillion Resident Evil movies. Mila Jovovich. I think she's married to him now. I don't know. All I remember was that she was dating the director, and then I think they got married. I'm not gonna say, because I honestly don't know. I just remember she was dating him at the time that the Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 came out. No, they might not even still be dating. I don't know. You can call me a sucker for old-fashioned horror movies and sci-fi flicks, but that's how I feel kind of with it. I really enjoy like the slower, methodical movies than I do the like super action-packed, fucking like fighting scenes on, you know, second one. I'm just salty since it wasn't cool to be a geek when I was in high school, and now it's the standard. Oh yeah, trust me. No, when I was in high school, I used to get my ass whooped because, you know, I liked all this geek shit and fucking watched Dino Riders and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and shit. And then at one point during my high school experience, it became like the cool thing to be the dork. And then everyone kind of like quit picking on me and shit like that. It was a weird transition to go from like that, and go from, you know, the kid that played D&D in the dungeon and was a, you know, this freak, to hey, D&D is cool. Like, well, shit. I have no ill will or anything like that towards those people. Most of them now are, you know, fucking geeks themselves. So. Okay, so how old am I? I am actually 31, but you know, I keep speaking as if I am, you know, a lot older. You also got to remember, I live in Louisiana. Everyone down here is a Cajun country, drives a big truck kind of thing. So no one really. There's not a lot of dorks in general from our area. Oh my God! I'm a baby. Oh yeah, I'm a baby. Don't get me wrong. I can't. You missed the point when it was cool to be a geek at school? Yeah. You missed it by about, like, because I say that, it was like around 16, 17 that it happened. So yeah, you did miss it by like just a few years. Oh, and my taste in music didn't exactly give me a good run for my money either. I really liked blues. I was a big fan of blues. I was a big fan of Bob Dylan. In fact, when I was 15, I went to a Bob Dylan concert because I was like super fucking excited to see him live. And I was super depressed because like Bob Dylan at that point, he really got up in age and he couldn't play guitar anymore. Oh my God, like it was real rough. But I'm a baby. Oh shit, I'm frozen.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
Whoa, 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 what just happened? What hit me? You guys make me feel old. How old are you? I can't, man.
You have a gem.
I've always been into classical. What was I doing with the... Yeah, I was leveling up this one. 39? Oh, dude, you're not that old. You're not that old at all. I talk as if I'm old because I feel old because of my genetics. 100% because of my genetics. I just have shit genetics.
Your trial.
But no, you still a baby too.
Are you strong enough to survive the trial?
So I was born in 1986. Which even then, you gotta think about it that way too. Like, okay, so I was born in 1986. So that means when I was younger, I was really into like aliens and predators and stuff like that. The original Alien came out in 1979. Alright, so that means by the time I actually got into it, it had already been out for like well over fucking almost going on 10 years. I can still get away with telling girls I'm 25. You're very, very blessed, because like I have gotten, because of the way I act and talk and stuff like that, and just the way I dress, I've been told I'm like a little bit older. But mainly, I don't know. It's because I also wear like t-shirts and stuff like that with like, you know, I don't know, fucking stuff I enjoy on it, and then yeah, it's funny older, as you get closer to it, yeah. How old? But like I said, 90% of the reason why I talk and feel like I'm old is because of genetics. I got the shit into the stick on the genetics in my family. Unfortunately. Whoa, whoa now. Whoa, 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 whoa. But he's never seen Labyrinth either. Which is very... I don't know. The guy I'm talking about is not really... He never grew up watching movies at all. So, like, a lot of the older stuff he's just never seen. But I don't know. It's also because of my parents too. You know, like my dad when I was growing up, he really loved like Star Wars and stuff like that, and a lot of the Three Stooges. So like I ended up watching Three Stooges and Star Wars quite a bit, because he'd spam it, and he actually went to go see Star Wars in the theater when it first came out. So I kind of had that in mind. He was always a big fan of like old sci-fi too. Lower the game sound a bit. It's louder than my voice. Yeah, not a problem, man. Sounds. Try that out. Tell me how it is. Yeah, but he used to just, man, he used to put it on the Three Stooges and just watch them all day. So I've seen about almost, I want to say almost all the episodes. I can't say that I have, because even now, sometimes I'll get the inkling to Google it and go watch it. And it's like some of the episodes, you've never seen them. You know, that was a big Trekkie. That's one thing my dad never liked, was Star Trek. He never enjoyed it. He was always a Star Wars type guy. Now, my brother fucking loved Star Trek growing up. So he got me to watch it quite a bit. And, I mean, I kind of liked it. I don't know. I was on the fence always about Star Trek. Whoa, now. All right. It look tracky. Most of my experience, and I say that too, is a good 90% of my Star Trek experience comes from Star Trek The Next Generation, with Jean-Luc Picard and stuff like that. I've not really watched the old ones a lot, you know. My dad watched The Next Generation almost religiously. See, like, I haven't seen the old ones with, like, you know, Spock and fucking, William Shatner and all that fun jazz. Not that much. I honestly have probably only seen about 1/10 of the episodes. That's it. And it's not because I didn't like it or anything like that. I never honestly thought about sitting down and watching them, you know? Especially when I was a kid, because I was so much into The Next Generation. Stargate? I like the movie. The Stargate movie was pretty groovy. I didn't like the show too much that came out on Sci-Fi a while back. I wasn't a big fan of the show. I liked Farscape. That was one of the sci-fi shows that I kind of really fucking enjoyed watching and stuff like that. I don't know if y'all know Farscape at all, but it was a show that came out on Sci-Fi, and it had a good run, and it was made with the Jim Henson Company, so like all the puppeteering and everything was like not digital. They tried to be at the littlest with digital that they could do, and they used puppets for almost everything to try to make it more realistic. So to me, that I really enjoyed that, because that to me honed back to, you know, old school practical makeup and stuff like that. But if you ever get a chance, you'll really need to watch Farscape. Also like Babylon 5. Now, okay, so like, what was the name of, oh god, it was the show with the aliens, not aliens, I'm sorry, robots that would disguise themselves as humans. And I know it's super popular and shit, and I'm probably gonna butcher the fuck out of this, and I apologize. What was it? It had the robots that would disguise themselves as human, and no one knew if they were human or not. And there was this giant war going on between the robots. And I'm not talking about Terminator. I'm talking about the show Galactica, Battlestar Galactica. That was it. That's one I always wanted to watch. It was actually on my list of things that I wanted to watch. Yeah, Battlestar. But you know, fuck. I never got around to it, but I really always wanted to watch it. The first time I heard about it, I literally was like, well, it ripped off. I know that's so bad to say. I was like, well, it's a Terminator ripoff, even though it came out before Terminator. Or did it? I don't know. Or one or the other. I'm not sure. But that's the first thought that came into my mind, like my naivety of shit. So it's like, I never really got around to watching it, but really should. The new remake was good as well. Yeah, that's the one that I kind of was thinking about too. There we go. What is your mic level at? Could you increase it a bit? Yeah, definitely can. Let's see. Is that a little bit better? And I can also reduce this a little more. I think it's because, and to be honest with you, I think it's because Diablo is in beta, this one, so the sound is all fucked up. Because, like, in the other games, I can adjust it really well, but in this, like, if I turn it down, it doesn't affect it that much. Let's see, what was I doing? I was doing this one. Yeah, but just keep letting me know if it gets a little better. Making like small adjustments here and there. Let's see. Maybe I can also go into this and put this volume up. And put this volume up. Alright, how about that? Kung Fu, the legend continues. Oh, I loved me that. That was around the time that Hercules was playing in Xena, Princess Warrior. And the Texas Ranger was popular. I love the Kung Fu, the legend continues. What was that actor's name? The guy who played as the father. He was in Kill Bill, and I can't remember his name for the life of me. Ooh, that's good. Ancient Hexing Pants. Matthew Kane. He had a shaved head at one point or another in that show. Oh, it was so great. He had the son that was a cap. Google for the win. That was two other shows that I watched a lot religiously too. It was Hercules and Xena. Because another reason why was because we didn't have a lot of channels when I was a kid, so that was just one of the channels that we did catch. So I always thought it was just very interesting. I watched them. I watched a poop load of Xena. Detective Peter Kane. Oh yeah. He'd always get mad as Dad, you can't be here, Dad. He'd be like, son, you must learn the ways. I kind of remember the story. Wasn't it, there was a monastery, he was part of it. They got invaded by some other, like, some other cult or force. and they were wiped out, and the only ones left was his dad and him. Because I remember in the beginning, what was it, the beginning thing? He took his hands and he put it on either side of the pot and burned the dragons into his forearms. It sounds pretty close. It's close. Close enough. I remember way too much about Xena, Princess Warrior, and not a lot about Hercules, the show. Kevin Sorbo one. I don't know why, but the Xena one, I remember she had a rival. The rival ate ambrosia, became like a god, was trying to kill her. Then her partner became an evil person. Because, you know, they always had some kind of slapsticky sidekick that wanted to be them. I actually did a lot of research recently because, like, for Christmas, because of boobs, exactly. You know, because it was Xena. She ran around in a leather skirt. For Christmas, my brother was a big fan of Dino Riders 2 growing up. You know, a little bit more than me. And so I ended up looking up all that old merchandise and stuff like that because I was looking for something to get them. And I never realized how fucking much that stuff has like went up in price. Like some of that old Dino Rider shit is super expensive now. Like the toy was like $5 and now it's like 120. We got him like a customized mouse pad for Dino Riders. It was pretty nice because of boobs. I mean, everyone in Xena's is like, okay, that was one of the most sexist shows though, because everyone in the Xena universe was a girl that was evil, and everyone in the Hercules universe was some kind of man that was evil. So like, you know, it was quite possibly, it was great, but it was a really sexist show. Like, think about it. Like, Xena's arch nemesis was a chick. Kevin Sorbo's arch nemesis was a guy. Every episode, he would always fight some kind of, like, guy overlord or something like that, or some kind of god that's a guy, and Xena always dealt with like the female gods. Oh shit. But I had like a list that I was actually making to, you know, make for my friend to watch, like movies. So all this talk about it has sparked up a couple of ones that I'm going to add to the list. It's a warrior princess. Yes, because she was a warrior first and then a princess. I gotta stay away from the horror genre almost a little bit, because like I will bring him into like the really corny ones, like Puppet Master and all those old ones that they were good to watch. They're fun, but they might not be the most interesting to someone. Some of those horror franchises took like weird turns, like Chucky. It went from like a genuine like this was supposed to scare the shit out of people. Like, your doll could come alive and, you know, be a mass murderer that put a soul into a doll. And then eventually it just became like a comedy. So now it's like comedy horror, quote unquote. Because Evil Dead and all that kind of made comedy horror like really popular. Trolling away with the boobs. I was always a fan of Sam Rockwell's films though, Evil Dead and all that fun jazz. I really like the show, if you haven't watched it, Ash versus the Evil Dead. It's actually pretty damn, it's pretty damn nice. I think the new season of it's going to be coming out soon. Oh, shit. I keep trying to rush it. And I forget about the squishiness of the Necromancer. You know who I feel bad for is ABC though. Every time I see a new show, it's always like this. I don't know, they're trying to recreate Lost every time they come out with a new show, and it's not working. They need to just give up that formula. They have this new one, and the first thing it says is, from the, you know, the writers and creators of Lost comes this new show. Very strange. And it was like, 500 bodies wash up on an island. And it's like, oh... okay. Don't know where they're from, but they might be from the future. And it's like, oh, okay. They keep trying to just recreate Lost. While like other companies like AMC has just been on the fucking ball with their shows. And it's because, like, with each show they're pumping out, they're not sticking to the same fucking formula. They're not trying to recreate the popularity of one show with another show. Well, I say that, but then they have The Walking Dead, and then they have the other Walking Dead series. But that's just trying to take advantage of the fact that The Walking Dead's making them so much fucking money. I always do that. Make one giant circle. I like Lost. Don't get me wrong. That was a good show. I caught it the hype train near the end of it though, because I was I think I started actually watching it during season like 3 or something like that. because at that point I still didn't watch a lot of like shows that came out on TV. I was still like a big movie buff. I actually worked at Blockbuster and Hollywood Video, which I don't even know if y'all know what a Hollywood Video is, but a Hollywood Video when I was younger, like it was like one of my first jobs, and I used to just rent movies all fucking day. I loved it for that fact. Yeah, y'all had a Hollywood Video? I thought that might have been a local thing. I didn't think that was like a global thing, you know? Thought that might have just been a Louisiana thing. Or my town. Jeez, knocking my mic out, huh? And you know, when I used to work there, we used to get like 10 free winnels out at a time, and it was ooh, nice. All right, cool, cooldown reduction. I think they went into small towns, and Blockbusters went into cities. I guess that's the case, because like I thought for sure that they were only local, you know? I didn't think Hollywood Video would be a big old thing somewhere, you know? Might actually use this instead. That cooldown reduction is going to come in handy. Let's go re-roll it. Yeah, that's good. In case anyone's wondering, I am trying out. Well, I'm not trying out really. I've tried it out before, but I'm doing this set. I'm grinding out some gear. I'm trying to get a Thorn set. I want to be able to do a Thorns Necro, but I need a Heart of Iron. Okay, I'm going lurk mode for a bit. I got to get some work done. Sounds good, man. Knock it out. Good luck with it. I want to build a Thorn set. I need a Heart of Iron, Ancient, and I think I can just build it from there. I just need a Heart of Iron. So what I'm going to be doing is buying a bunch of chest pieces and probably upgrading a bunch of chest pieces and stuff like that. That's mainly what I'm doing. I'm leveling gems and trying to get a Thorn set all set out. It's also going to take a couple of other ancients, you know. Oh, no. So I wonder, okay, so with the Thorns ability on the passive, that's one thing I wanted to question too, was that it says your pets gain thorns, and so that's skeleton mages and golem, of course. But does that also include, I mean, not skeleton mages, I'm sorry, that's your skeletons and golems, but does that also include skeleton mages? Because technically mobs can attack skeleton mages. I gotta test that out. I don't know how I'm gonna test it, but I'm gonna test it. Hey, Becky Boo. You just woke up? You took a little nappy? How you feeling today? Good? A lot better? That's good, baby. I love you too, sweetie. You gonna watch some videos and stuff like that? That's good. Yeah, make sure it's charged. Remember, Maisie is coming today. Yeah. Oh no. Alright, alright. Let's see here. Oh, nope, 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 nope. By the way, how's the mic level? Is it better? I made like some small adjustments. Sounds great, man. Okay. Good, good. I just increased the volume a little bit. Some people were saying that the mic was a little bit low. It like got drowned out by the sound of demons dying. Yeah, if I could get this Thorns build to work, it'd be nice. It had been. Thanks for pointing it out. Yeah. You gotta let me know this stuff. Gotta let me know. Whoa, 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 whoa. Haha, trees. I don't know why that's a haha moment. Haha. So I've been looking into Destiny 2 ever since they kind of announced it for the PC or whatever. And from what I've been reading, it's been telling me to ignore anything about number 1 because number 2 is going to be different completely. They're going to be making it like easier for people who have never played it before. So they're like changing a bunch of shit. Which, I mean, that's good. They just change from game to game, but at the same time, I was like, well, everything I just read up on number 1 is just completely irrelevant. And I also wonder if it's going to be dedicated servers. I don't know if they announced that. I got to check into that. Whether or not people on the PC can play with people who are like on the PS4 or something like that. Any kind of cross-server action going on. Oh shit. Yeah, thanks again, man, for letting me know. Any kind of adjustments that'll help it out, you know. Don't mind, shout it out to me. And once again, too, if anyone has any questions about the Necromancer, or you want me to look at a skill for you, I do not mind. Ask away, and I'll show it. I'm groovy and open to anything. I'm still on the fence about these things stacking, whether or not I like it or not. I mean, it helps better in hallways and shit, because you're able to just throw down all your skeleton mages right in that hallway, and it just stacks damage. But at the same time, it also creates this weird feeling of like, because I used to use it to like just block off mobs from me, to protect me between the mobs, because it'd be like a circle, and you can basically trap mobs in the circle of them. Oh shit! Completely filled up on blood shards. All right, let's upgrade. Actually, let's start working on this one too, for the thorns. Because I do plan on doing it.
I need to go back.
Alright, let's see. Oh, fuck! Yeah, that's cool. I missed out on some shards. That's alright. Just completely forgot about it for a second. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Alright, let's see. Oop. Huh? Alright. Oh, let's just get rid of this shit. I don't need any more. Alright. Get that. That's underway. Repair. Alright, let's buy some more chest pieces. Let's hope for the Heart of Iron. Ancient item. I mean, it's gonna be really rare that I actually get it, but if I do, I am straight up doing a Thorns build. Straight up, like, just gonna do it. Yeah. Alright. No Heart of Iron yet. I'd also have to change some of my set pieces. I need to. If you're doing thorns, I know crit. I've never done one before because I never really played a Crusader that had thorns build. But I know crit and crit damage don't affect thorns, right? So it's just pure thorns and stats. And since you're doing the Heart of Iron, your thorns is increased by your vitality. It's better to just pump vitality, right? Am I right in that? I think so. I don't know. Never done a Thorns Theater before, so I'm not 100% sure. Ba 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 ba. Whoa, I'm getting like rubber band lag. Definitely gonna have to look into this and that. All right. What's my cooldown right now on everything? I need to check that too. I'll check on my stats after I get out of here, because I know last time I checked, I think I had like 55% cooldown reduction, which is a good bit. Right. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. The only other thing that I'm kind of depressed about a little bit with the Necromancer is I really wish that you had more of a itemization with the set pieces to do. Like more of a chance to play around with them, I guess. Because having the set pieces to where it's always helm, shoulders, arms, chest, legs, boots. It makes it to where you can't flip-flop as you can with like most of the other classes, you know, since some of them have like neck piece or belt or like offhand or main hand or something like that, you know. You can't really like do a lot of swapping around, which kind of makes me that kind of sucks. But overall, I mean, it's still really good. I mean, they're still really fun, you know, extremely fun. But I wish you had like more of an option of itemization to them, because I was thinking about that the other day. I was theory crafting. Theory crafting. I was coming up with ideas for shit that, like, man, what if you could mix this two-piece and stuff like that, or could you swap out this to try to put this in there, you know? And I mean, some of it like came really interesting, you know. Like, what if you could do, for instance, the bone armor set with the two-piece from the bone spear set, to where you have the swirling tornado of bone and increases damage they take by 850%. So then you could do technically Land of the Dead devouring aura. So you're eating them, so it becomes more of like a corpse lance type build, you know. I thought like stuff like that would be really cool, but they would need to make the pieces have more than just that. And I don't know why they designed it like that, you know? Why they took a step away from the way they designed the other ones. And just to further get across my point, because I'm calling them not by their names, but I really wanted to wish that you could take this set right here, put that on, get the 850% increase, then get the two-piece somehow from this set to where every time you consume a corpse, it fires a corpse lance. So you can build like a corpse lance build, get close, do Land of the Dead, have devouring aura, and be shooting off corpse lances that do 850% more damage. And I know that sounds like, oh man, that might be broken, but it's honestly not even right there, you know? Because even with this, they're still only doing 800%. So it would be a 1600% corpse lance. It would just make things more interesting. You could swippity swap them out. Oh yeah, let's see. Let's just get rid of this. All right. Show me what you got. Anything good? Nope.
Enemies of the Nephilim surround you.
But I like the set designs, each one of them. I just think they need some number tweaking. The only set that I feel like needs a redesign is the Bone Spear set needs a little bit of a redesign. The Blood set is, I mean, it's good, but Poison kind of dominates right now because of that weapon. So if they just change the weapon or add in something that makes blood more appealing, then it wouldn't be bad at all. Because even before they added in the legendaries, the blood set was like one of the better ones to do. Just when it was just the sets themselves. Oh, no, 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 no. Alright, after this, I forgot, I wanted to check, I keep forgetting about this shit. I want to check on my cooldown reduction, and I'll also check on the leaderboards. I haven't checked them in a few days, and I'm just kind of wondering if anyone's progressed or found anything else that's kind of really good. Oh, shit. I'm also kind of curious that when the new season starts, and this actually comes out, if it comes out during the next season, on what people will be doing, you know, and like just starting fresh and seeing how it will push compared to other classes, like a fresh start kind of thing. And you can't really judge based on this, because in this you can buy all the necromancer pieces, you know, from a vendor, so you can't really judge on the season that started in PTR at all. Season 11 starts. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's gonna come out when the next season starts, or they might wait till season 12, or they might just release it during a season. But I have a feeling they're gonna try to line it up. Everything's just speculation at this point, because right now it's still in closed beta and they still have a bunch of bugs and problems with certain things that they need to work out first. So until all those kind of get situated and worked out, it's going to be a little bit, because they're going to go through closed beta, and then they're going to go through open beta, and I think open beta might be, usually open beta is like a month, and then it'll come out. They need to adjust the squishiness issue also. I think that's one of the other things that kind of need like a little bit of a adjustment. We need some kind of like other survivability bracers or something like that. I mean, most other classes have everything that you have and a little bit more. So you're kind of like the Necro is kind of lacking in that department there. I have a feeling season 10 will be extended to mid-July, and we'll see 3 or 4 weeks for Necromancer being live, and the season 11 starting mid to end of August. Yeah, somewhere around there. What time? When is BlizzCon this year? Because I have a feeling. I also was talking about how I have this feeling that during BlizzCon, because lately they've been loving to do this thing where they're like, you can play the class right now. You know, and or you can play the beta right now. Because I think BlizzCon kind of lines up in line with all that stuff too. Fucking made us. I keep doing that. I just make circles. It's cool. First week of November. Yeah, so around there. Because they usually have some kind of announcement. And since... I mean, they've been pumping out games left and right. I don't think it's going to be a game announcement. It's got to be like another WoW expansion or, you know, something like that. New character for Overwatch. GameCon, I could see them launching Necro just to build some sort of hype. Yeah, that's true. I also have this weird speculation that if Necro does well, they're going to release Druid. Because all the models are now put in for the Druid Diablo 2. They have a werewolf, a werebear in the beta. They also have like this wolf model that looks like the wolves from D2 for the Druid. So I think if it does well, they might add in the Druid. Like, they'll keep selling, you know, if they make money off of it, of course. Boop. I hope you Lord. You think maybe we'll see Druid, which will only be male, and then Amazon, which is only female. So dual character pack announcement. BlizzCon would be realistic. I'd rather see the assassin, even though Monk is similar play style. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do the assassin. It would be interesting to see it though, with traps and all that fun jazz again. But to be honest with you, in all likelihood, yeah, it's probably going to be Druid if they do another one. Because with all the models being in, I mean, if you look at that werewolf model and you look at the werebear model, it is literally the model from D2. They just pulled the model over. And I think the werewolves even have an ability like in Diablo 2, where like they it increases their attack speed and they howl. Ooh. Alright, let's see.
Don't be shy.
Ooh, that's nice. Can I have it?
My bag is full.
Or they could just do something off the wall and be like, hey, we're introducing this new class instead of porting over one. Which will start all kind of people getting angry again because they want to see, like, you know, their classes come over.
Browse away. So, what do you need?
New expansion hype? I don't know, man. I don't know if they're ever going to do a new expansion. I kind of wish. But, I mean, I don't know. They're not really known for doing more than one expansion on their games. If you think about it, like StarCraft got one expansion. StarCraft 3, StarCraft 2 is a little bit different because they said outright it's going to be 3 different games. Not like an expansion. It's just going to be 3 additional. It's going to be each its own entity kind of thing. They'll call it Diablo 4. I don't know. I love Reaper of Souls and what it did for the game and made it like a little bit funner and more accessible with all the additions that it did. But I hated it for the fact that I actually enjoyed the Diablo like lore and cutscenes and stuff like that. And then like at the end of Reaper of Souls, we got like a hand-drawn ending that was very just like, hey, you did it. This guy died. Woo! Good job, Nephilim. I was like, what? Okay, yeah. Well, WoW is the MMO. They got so many expansions on that motherfucker, it's ridiculous. But like, Diablo had one expansion, which technically doesn't exist. Diablo 2 had one expansion. StarCraft had one, Brood War. Warcraft 3 had one, didn't it? Or am I hallucinating about the Warcraft 3? Did it? Oh, fuck. That's something I gotta Google now. I'm damn curious. Frozen Throne? Yeah. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna come out with Diablo 4 anytime soon. It's gonna be like another 10 plus years before something like that happens. And I hope they just learn the lesson with their game director. Well, the newer Josh Marquis guy, he went on to start a company with a bunch of other people from Blizzard. They started some kind of game company which is working on something, if I remember correct. The game director of Reaper of Soul. Soon TM. 100% correct. Now don't get me wrong, they take a long time. The games are usually, I say usually, 100% like amazing. But when Diablo first came out, it was 100% like crap. I wasn't a big fan of it. I liked it. I played it. Don't get me wrong. I played the shit out of it because it was Diablo. But when it first came out, I didn't enjoy it so much. Yeah, Josh Moon. He started a company. Well, not started, but he's in a company now that was started by a bunch of the people who left Blizzard. I remember checking out their website a while back, and they were like, "Stay tuned for announcements on games that we're going to be creating." And I haven't checked back in a few months. I got to go back and look at that and see if they announced anything. Because I'm kind of curious on what they would create. And that guy was a really approachable guy because I went up to him at BlizzCon. I talked to him a little while, just to get a feel for like what he was thinking about with the new expansion, off like, you know, having all the press stare at him kind of thing. He just talked to me a little while. He didn't give too much away, of course, but he was a cool guy. He was really relaxed. Because when I went to BlizzCon, it was when they announced Heroes of the Storm, and they had the beta that you could play. And then it was the Reaper of Souls was already announced, but they had you know, the Crusader, you could play it there. So I ran through that a couple of times, and I played a hell of a lot of Heroes at the time because I was, you know, super excited about that also. It was actually kind of ultra funny. So we were at the Heroes thing, and they had a panel, and you can go talk to the developers or go by and shake their hand and get a signing or whatever, you know. And so my friend, you know, I was with two guys, friends at the time, you know, that we met up over there. And one of them was like, all right, I'm going to go talk to the devs. And he goes, I'm just going to be like, hey, can I get in a beta for this, man? Let me get in a beta. And we were like, it's not gonna work, dude. It's so not gonna fucking work. And he was like, yeah, no, man. We got this. He went up, he talked to the dev for maybe about like 5 minutes. He goes, man, I'd love to get into the beta for this. And the guy was like, yeah, sure. You know what? Give me your email address. He handed him his email address. The guy took it, and he was like, fuck yeah. Well, our other friend was like, oh, fuck yeah, I gotta try this. Went up to the exact same developer, talked to him for a little bit, and was like, man, I'd love to get in a beta for this. And the guy just kind of looked at him, and he was like, you know, man, it'd be cool to play it, you know, and test it. He was like, yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? He was like, maybe I can, maybe you can get me into beta? The guy was like, no, I can't, man, we can't do that kind of stuff. And so, he was like, what the fuck? And it turns out that, yeah, the guy actually ended up sending a beta key to our friend, and ever since then, like, he keeps in touch with the guy, and he gets into betas and stuff like that with him. I'm not gonna give any names away because I don't want to get anyone in kind of like trouble or anything, but it was pretty fucking funny because our friend was so like, oh shit, I gotta do the exact same thing. The guy goes, nope, I don't like the cut of this man. No beta for him. Oh shit. I will tell you this though, like, when the Crusader was first announced and came out, it felt like shit compared to what the Crusader is now, and I'm really happy to say that the Necro doesn't feel like complete shit. I mean, besides the squishiness factor, it feels like they learned the lessons with the last character release. So, got nothing to worry about on that front, you know. Some things are pretty imbalanced. They need to work on that, but overall it feels good. And that was a trip, dude. Like, and my brother took me out to BlizzCon. Like, that's the reason I went. I'd never have enough money to ever go to BlizzCon or anything like that. He ended up treating me to it and brought me out there. And I highly suggest if you have the time, the money, and the opportunity to do it, just do it. It was a blast. It was one of the funnest experiences in a while. And I died. There we go. It was good to meet up with people too. I don't know if y'all played WoW or anything like that, or like any kind of, like, even if you play with like Overwatch people that you never meet before, and you get to meet them and talk to them and stuff like that. Because I got to meet a lot of my guildies from along, like, at that point I stopped. I kind of played WoW just during the expansions. I got up, I did the raids, and then I kind of stopped. What are you using for defensive currently? I am currently using Unity, the ring for one. I'm using, let's see. Oh shit. Using the ring, Unity, besides the set passive, and then for my defensive, I'm using Ramna's shield for the immunity, of course, which is the only way to really play this build. And then I'll show you my other passives real quick. Necro doesn't have a lot of, honestly, defensive passives besides the invulnerability that really works well. So using the shield and final service, and of course, like I said, using Unity, the Zodiac for the cooldown reduction. Belt, cooldown reduction, and that's about it. But that's about all you're able to really use. That's just the way it is. Like the higher up, yeah, you usually want to have 3 items that give you about 50% each. And that's a problem. You can as the Necro. Like if you want to do the build, they need a belt. Yeah, exactly. They need some kind of other way. The leaderboards, I haven't checked in a while. See, like 102. This has been about the same. See, I am actually here on 85. Right here. But, these guys, they're completely taking advantage of the Zodiac ring combined with that and the damage. And they're just basically using Land of the Dead with Army of the Dead and the Rotham shield to try to stay perma-invulnerable. And this has not changed at all in a long time. And these guys, I know they've been on and running. So it's just 100% on the rift you get. If you can get a good rift, you're set. If you can't, it's a little bit more rough. See, everyone's just kind of doing the exact same thing, too. Running those rings, and then Army of the Dead, Land of the Dead. This guy is actually using the immune to knockback and stun effects bracers. That one's using the knockback bracers. Knockback bracers. And the funny thing is, a lot of them, if you look, they're still using a shield as an offhand, because that shield that adds poison damage is actually better than any of the other offhands, because none of the other offhands offer you any kind of shit right now. Yep, correct. 85-ish, and just keep in mind too that, like, if you look at my gear, I have a Despair rank 65 gem put on here, 65 gem put on here, 65 on there, and that's it. So I don't even have all my stuff with like gems put out on it, you know, greater gems put out on them. And I'm doing 85. So if you can imagine, if I had like all of it, I'd be around like the 90 area for sure. Because you look here, it's about the same. But I need one of these shields. Because like I was saying, the current offhands for necromancers offer nothing for this spec at all. Which kind of sucks. And I'll show you. Like this one, Grim Scythe adds damage for each essence points. It's worthless. Cold skills, you don't ever use cold skills. And this one, attacking with Siphon Blood at full health has a chance to cast a free Blood Nova, but it's not poison, it's blood, so it doesn't really help you either. And then command skeletons increase. And the only reason I'm using this because I have skeleton mage damage on it also. But the damage of command skeletons increased by 30% per second they spend attacking the same target. It doesn't work with the skeletons that are poison right now, so it's not even used in any build anyway, because they blow up. And then, and I'm not even technically using skeletons. None of the builds really use skeletons to push it. So, yeah, it's 85. But the thing is, like I said, running that 85, it's a constant dance of just being perma-immune. I'm just running these 70 rifts trying to get gear for my Thorn set, really. And I'll die a lot just because I'm not paying attention or, you know, I'm just not trying to stay perma-immune. Because at 85, I get one shot horribly. And like on my other classes, like I normally play wizard. At 85, I don't get one shot. I have problems completing 85 due to damage sometimes, but not one shot. That seems like a massive design flaw if the pet build doesn't use 3 or 4 pet skill, does it? Yeah, it does. It honestly does. But that's what I was talking about. It's like they need to change the poison skill. If they change the poison weapon, it's going to change the build totally. Uh-oh. I'm receiving a text message, and it is not from someone. Give me one sec, guys. Okay, sorry guys. Had someone texting me asking. Okay. If they could come over and chill tomorrow. After work. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. They need they changed the weapon, the legendary. I mean, yeah, they changed the legendary and stuff. It's gonna work out better. The only set that really needs a change is the Bone Spear set. Because I really think it's terrible that they lock you into only using Bone Spear. And 100% only using Bone Spear. But if they get rid of the poison one, it'll build up and like... For instance, if they made it to where it was like bone or blood, I think skeletons would come back into the fray, because then you can use that offhand for skeleton damage, and then you can build it with the attack speed skeletons, and that way it resets your cooldowns faster and stuff like that. When Necromancer comes, do you think most people will play it because it's strong or because it's new? Honestly, it's not that strong right now. I mean, it feels... I feel weaker in a sense than I do on my wizard or on my demon hunter that I have. I mean, I feel weaker, and I feel like the damage is high, but I feel like getting one shot really sucks all the time. Relying on something that makes you perma invulnerable just to push, and the only reason that it works is because I have all the items already. I think like itemization right now is a huge thing for the Necro, and I feel like if you don't have those items, it's gonna suck. You need a Zodiac ring so you can reduce your cooldown, so you can stay perma invulnerable. You need the ring. I mean, like, you need a Unity ring for sure right now. Unless they get, like, bracers or something else that adds in some kind of vulnerability. But the Wizard and Demon Hunter are totally the strongest class right now. Yeah, that's true. I think a lot of people are going to play it because it's new, of course. But as for being, like, super strong, it's honestly... it doesn't feel like it's super, super strong. It'd be pretty cool if the Legendary Affix gives you based Poison skills instead give you 3 unique affixes based on the element, sort of like Shard of Hate does or something. Yeah, like even if they nerf the damage of it to 50%, but each different bone physical spell you do gives you 50%, or and cold, and it can like switch between the 3 elements, or they add in something for the other elements that is equal in damage in some way. Because it basically negates all the other elements right now, and it makes to where it's poison on every spec. And it's like the only way to go. Otherwise, you don't feel like you're doing damage at all. Shit. See, I mean, like, it really varies on the rift and mobs and all that fun jazz. Even I can do it 85, but sometimes I still have trouble doing a 75 on them. And they also, and I know this sounds funny, but they also kind of changed the way that skeleton mages work. They now stack. They used to not stack. So if you see, like, I can cast them in one tiny area. And I found that my survivability was actually a lot better when they didn't stack 100%, because I could surround mobs and they couldn't move. Or I could block off a hallway and they couldn't come through. So they wouldn't be able to attack me. But now, since they stack like that, they don't body block as well. It basically makes it to where they can just run up to me. I'm just the person who hates to play class. Shit, I might have to... Okay, I'm just one of those people who hate to play class. All others, friends, etc. is playing, and if they aren't strong, hype will die fast and enjoy. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm that type of person too. Like, all my clanmates play Witch Doctor. 100% of them are all Witch Doctors. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna play Wizard, even though I was kind of interested in Witch Doctor at the time, because I didn't want us to have like 8 Witch Doctors, But I'm definitely going to be playing Necro, like, full on, constantly. See what I mean? Like, it used to be before that the skeleton mages would just block them and it would funnel them into it. But now, since they don't block as well, the mobs just kind of ignore them and walk around them now. And this is just since this little patch, I guess, the other day. So it's kind of strange. My friends' lists are full of wizard demon hunters. My friends are all witch doctors, because it's easier to start off a season as a witch doctor and kind of get up there in the stuff pretty quickly, just because, like, the pets do all the work for you in the beginning. I don't know, I kind of missed the way the mages were before, where they didn't stack. And they either did that because people were complaining that, like, oh, I can't get them to stack, so the damage isn't coming out all at one time. But it ends up kind of, in my mind, just kind of nerfing it just a little bit. Because I used to be able to also trap mobs, Trap a guardian from moving. I also think like another like huge design that they need to change is the neck piece that I'm currently wearing, that like pretty much is everyone's starting to do, because it's probably the best thing you can do, is the Land of the Dead neck piece, where when Land of the Dead ends, depending on how many corpses you eat during the time, it increases your damage, because you gain outrageous fucking damage because of it. Like, watch. They're gonna melt. Or not. Oh, yeah. It's because my gear is broke. Died too much. Let's see if I can get out. Nope. Does the zombie pools count as pets? Yes. The skeleton mages count as pets. The whole design flaw with that he's talking about too is that this build is supposed to be about like pets. You know, it's supposed to revolve around skeletons, and you do it and you decrease your cooldown on your stuff. But in the end, really, all you need is skeleton mages, Army of the Dead, and that's where like 90% of your damage comes from. If you get the skeletons, they don't do that much damage. So fucking full circle. Boop, look, one shot me. That's a full health. A fireball. One shot me. With unity. That build you're playing right now does look close to Eloin, Spirit Barrage. Necro doesn't seem to be unique at the fighting style. No, they wanted to kind of make it like different from the Witch Doctor, but I mean it's hard to do that. You know, Witch Doctor has pets and poison skills and stuff like that, and the Necromancer has pets and poison skills. They're trying, and it's working a little bit with some things, but this build, it doesn't. It definitely does not. Like the 6-piece should be changed. Something like you deal 500% per golem, mage, a skeleton, and additional damage. That would actually work out pretty well. Like if you could make it to where it's based off your golem, your other pets, or you deal 100% additional per pet, That way you still have to use the skeletons, you know. Or 50%. I think 50% would equal out to the same amount of damage as having the 10 skeleton mages. Yeah, exactly. Like, your damage is increased by 50% per pet you have out. So then it's 7 skeletons, 1 golem, that's 8. And then 10, so that'd be 18. So, well, that would be 1800 with all of it out. So maybe like 75, something like that. Doesn't even fucking matter. But then this build wouldn't work as well, and that's the problem. Because if I got rid of Land of the Dead, Devour, that's the only way these guys are pushing into the 90s, and that's the only way I pushed into the 80s. You know, is Land of the Dead, Devour, and you need the bone armor for the weapon. So it would nerf quite a bit just to do that. Even though it felt like it was balancing it out, then the 85 risk would be even harder. Ooh, that's my first ancient weapon on the PTR. And it's garbage. Primal ancient. Let's see. Chest piece.
Such a brave soul. Don't forget, luck always changes. What a steal. My bag is full.
And see, I'm rocking about 47% cooldown reduction. That's a lot lower than I thought.
Making a sale?
That's the worst right there. Primals could have been amazing, and 99% were instant salvage. Yeah. This needs to change too. I think each corpse consumed during Land of Day increases your damage by 10% for 8 seconds after it ends. Because that's forcing this to be in every build.
Embrace your power, and you
Just because of the huge amount of damage outburst that you get. I mean, if you watch the amount of stacks I get just for having it, you know. So 75. So that's 750% extra damage. Right there. Yeah, but we got time, man. I think there's going to be a lot more changes. I don't think they're going to leave it as it is. And it's still closed beta, so I feel like once it goes to open beta, that'll start being the warning sign. Like, oh shit, it's coming out soon. And they don't plan on making a lot more changes, you know? Are they going to open beta though? I thought they said they were against that. They're probably honestly still going to go to open beta because they, I mean, that's the best way to test. Like once you have a few people test bugs and builds and stuff like that and see what it can do in closed beta, then they do to open beta and they see, wow, okay, so now we have, you know, quadruple the amount of people playing, more likely to find bugs and stuff like that. But open's more for the public to give it a try. I guess anything. I saw Necro release maybe 12. Probably so, yeah. Either they're going to release it with the season or they're going to release it before the season. I wish they would kind of give some kind of hint, but them being ultra quiet about it makes me think like it's going to be some kind of like BlizzCon announcement or something like that. I don't know. It just means it's good, because it means also they're not setting a date for themselves. They're not going, Necromancer comes out on this date, and then we near that date and we realize that Necromancer sucks, or something like that, you know? They're kind of leaving themselves a little bit of wiggle room to be able to be like, well, we're still a few months away. Some people are kind of sad too that they're not doing any changes to any other classes during it, which I'm actually kind of happy about, because I feel like if they started working on other classes at the same time, it would pull away from them trying to like design the Necro to actually be decent. So it would actually hurt it in the end. But that's also because I just plan on playing only Necro for a while. They really do need to put a lot of work into other classes to make changes. I would not be shocked if simple number of tweaks like we've seen in the past season. Yeah. Simple little tweaks, or adding in legendaries that kind of make other builds a little bit more appealing. Not even adding in legendaries, just adding in affixes to legendaries that currently have none. You know. Call me a D2 fanboy, but I still miss runes that you would keep in your inventory that would give you specific buffs and stuff like that. I still miss those. Finding those were always charms. Finding those were always fun, because there was such a huge variety in them. You never know what you're gonna get, kind of thing. Took up way too much space. Yeah, but that was the kind of thing. It was like, it took up space, so it made you like just kind of be more conservative with what you pick up, I guess. But it gave you a little bit more variety on the changes and stuff, because it was like, you know, you could pump up certain, like your attack, or you can pump up your defense. No, that is interesting. Charms would be fun in D3. I never agree with the logic of no inventory space because of them. Just give us a charm pouch. Yeah, well, you can only have a certain amount of charms or something like that, I guess. Wouldn't be that bad. Whoa. Oh my god, all of it's successful. I understand why they did away with rune words, but charms would be interesting to have back. It just gives like another layer of customization that you can do onto the character, which I'm all down for another layer of customization. Ooh, huh? Actually, not bad for an ancient item. It has cooldown. Cooldown and crit. Because I've been doing some LON builds. Demon Hunter. I've been doing some LON builds that I was kind of working on that I kind of wanted to keep testing out. I'll put it over here with this one. As of right now, I'm on the great search for the Heart of Iron Ancient, so that I can do a Thorns build. I think another thing that kind of sucks is like the way that your damage reduction builds up for each of the sets is kind of weird. Like for mage, all I gotta do is it's like, okay, so you gotta cast one of each spell. It doesn't take that long. You literally just cast one of each, boom, you got it. Like 1 second, you have your damage reduction. Fucking Mage also has you throw down a bubble, boom, you gain your damage reduction. Demon Hunter, you always have your damage reduction on. You know, like I feel like having to hit a mob 50 times with your pets kind of sucks to get your damage reduction up. The other one, you have to cast Bone Spear 25 times in order to get your damage reduction up. So like if you die and you come up, you don't have anything and you have to cast and wait. It takes a good couple of seconds before it comes back up, you know? I don't know. I feel like they need to make it a little bit easier to get it. Like if you cast Bone Spear 10 times, it gives you the damage reduction or something like that. And for this one, 25 times from pets instead of 50 getting hit. It stops the whole like getting rest and then immediately like getting one shot again once you come out of ghost form, because you have 0 damage reduction at that point. Unless you have your cooldowns, then you have your immunity, but still, like if your cooldowns are down, you're kind of fucked. Do 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 do. Whoop. Hey man, just checking out some Necro gameplay. Do you think it'd be a good job separating it from Witch Doctor build? Honestly, the sad thing is that there is no. This doesn't even feel like a pet build almost. The way that the set is designed, it's supposed to kind of revolve around your pets, but really all you're using is like Skeleton Mage. So like the other day I tried to make a LON pet build to make it feel like an old Necro with like revive and all that stuff, because revive's never really used in any of the builds either. So I feel like it's different because it's technically not even a pet build. You know, like the pet set's not even technically a pet build. It's very weird. But the LON set with the revive and the golem felt really fun. I enjoyed that quite a bit. It felt like an old D2 Necro again, where I'm just like having a huge army run around doing all the work. I think they're doing an okay job. I still think they need a little bit of work. They need to change the set a little bit to where it actually depends more on pets and less on just skeleton mages. And only skeleton mages. High cooldown reduction and skeleton mages is like the two things that make this set work. Gotcha. Hopefully they tweaks before. Yeah, they're gonna tweak it. I mean, it's still closed beta, you know. But thanks Crispy13 for checking me out and everything. Come and take a look. And if you have any other questions, man, ask. I do not mind answering, showing, all that fun jazz. And that is all I do now. I gave up the grid for Paragon and leaderboard push. I just like trying different things that are fun to me and aiming twerking. So I'm at 13. Will you go to prom with me? Yes. Thank you. Finally someone asked me. Starting to get worried that no one would go with me and I'd be all alone. And I'd have to sit in the bleachers and just write in my diary that night how depressed I was. Finally someone had the balls to ask me. Skeleton necromancer should run with like 50 skeletons. I don't know. I feel like I feel like I like the changes to skeletons because now the ability kind of has a use. Revive has a maximum of 10 that you can have out. So even with 10 revives and 7 skeletons, I feel like there's a lot of pets on the screen. It's nothing like the old one where you're running around with, you know, I don't know, 50 plus revives, just fucking a bajillion skeletons. Melted. I give the grid for Paragon and board push. I kind of, I don't know. I've been playing a lot of the seasons for fun. I kind of used to try to push not Paragon, leaderboards and stuff like that when it first started, and I found like I wasn't having as much fun as I was just kind of fucking around and trying different builds, or you know, playing the builds that I like. It's just like Witch Doctor Finish Army. Yep, Witch Doctor technically does have more pets than Necro. The only difference is we don't have to cast our skeletons to summon them up. I have one. What's the Demon Hunter build and set to run now? I don't know. The one that I've been seeing everyone run is still the dagger build. And then that's the one I like to run. I love to run the dagger. I always went for random quests when I was grinding. Finding all the areas, finding bosses dressed in pink, etc. was so crazy. Purpose you're working towards. I don't know. I feel like I did it right when it first started and stuff like that. I tried to do like leaderboard push, but like I said, I kind of fell out of it, and I was just like, I just kind of want to play what's fun or create like a build that I like, you know. This one, I'm mainly doing it because I'm trying to grind out a Heart of Iron. I want to try a Thorns build on the Necromancer. I really want to try like a Pet's Thorn build, but I need a Heart of Iron. So, could try to take ladder, pick one of each from the build. After that, riff. Yeah. It's very sad because like before the legendaries were implemented into the Necromancer, if you looked on the board, like every set was up there. Every set was represented within the top like 20 of the the highest ranked greater rifts, and then the legendaries were added in, and all of them are this set right now. Every single one of them runs this set exactly the same way too. There's no build variance at all within the people. Which set do you use for dagger build? I haven't played in quite a while. I'm forgetting the name of the set right off the top of my head. Oh, shit. Shadow set. There you go. Demon Monger, gotcha. Thanks, dude. Whoa! Oh shit. Whoa. What was that? Two just separate groups? I guess it was. There we go. Cool, sounds fun. Thanks. Not a problem, man. It really is. I like it. You throw a dagger, it hits really fucking hard. Really fucking hard. Because Blizzard always picks one build, and that's like the meta. Of course, people that are push the best build, and that's kind of sad. Yeah, that's true. That's why, like, I think it's going to be hard for them to balance the sets. But as long as they fix the poison issue right now, I'll be happier. That's the number one thing that's kind of making me like, you know. Just fix the poison issue, and then it'll be better. I want to be able to use physical, and I want to be able to use cold if I want to, you know, and try sets with that. I don't want to have to be stuck as poison, otherwise I do 0 damage, you know. You pick one target, throw an impale, see if the target dies, pick a new target, yeah. Or just right click, vault, right click, vault, right click, and just shooting them into the... I really do think Blizzard picks a build, they balance the set at a certain point, they create random items, yeah. It's true. They go for the style factor sometimes. I just, like I said, as long as they fix the poison shit, I'm fine. Right now, like, two things that are kind of is poison, and they need to add embracers. If they fix those two things, I think it'll be a lot better. The only reason Impale is stupid OP right now is the new quiver and the 2 Impales, yeah. And I mean the damage that is that it puts out is just ridiculous. And even in groups, like just having that single target like just nuke. Yeah, no, the dagger is like overtaking everything. You shoot 3 of them, and each one of them, the damage is increased by the full %. God, I got something in my eye. It's like itching. Playing with one hand right now. Okay. Oh, I don't know what's going on. My eye itches way too much. Motherfucker! I was out of resources and cooldown. No, 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 no. Yeah. That's how it is. Like, that's why if you go to Diablo fans, you can see builds that other people are making that kind of give you like not just the top leaderboard builds. They kind of give you a rough idea of what you might want to do if you do something else besides that, you know? If you've never been to Diablo fans, the website, it's pretty good use. It's a useful tool. Oh, you sack of shit. You had to move, didn't you? There you go.
There is no room. Good to see you.
Ooh, hard iron. Icy veins, too. That's a good point. Alright. Let's hope for, let's hope for a ancient heart of iron here. Got one. Fuck. Just complete fuck. It's good to have used a few builds from there, and I don't have enough time to push ranked or get 3,000 Paragon levels. Yeah. A lot of those people too that are on the top leaderboards are all fucking Paragoned out. God, fucking son of a bitch. It wouldn't be so bad if I could just get... well, I need... You know, I'll keep this, because I think I can still... I might be able to make the build work even without it. I might be able to cube it, and then if I could get a pair of Tasker Theos, either or.
Let's see what happens, shall we? See you soon. Lucky you. Don't forget, I am
Boop.
overburdened.
No. I am running completely low on resources, and I know that sounds funny. I have spent so much. I upgraded, I don't know, 200 plus of belts and stuff like that. Hi. How did you get a beta key? I signed up and they sent me one, man. That's about the best I could. 2 Heart of Irons back to back. Fuckers. Just complete fuckers. Telsa, I signed up and Blizzard sent me out a beta key. I'm normally not this lucky, to be honest with you. I normally do not get beta keys. I have missed out on so many of them. But I was lucky enough to get into Alpha of Heroes of the Storm, and I was lucky enough to get into beta of this. I think that's about it. No, that's just Blizzard games. I have gotten into, I'm right now actually in an alpha for a game that I've been playing, and I'm really having a ball with. Fuck me. Yeah, don't fall for it. You'll know if you're in beta, because in the Blizzard app, you go, and if you click where it says regions, and you click the up arrow, you can see, it'll say Necromancer. Don't ever click anything on a website that's like, click here to get your beta key. Blizzard literally doesn't even basically do that. Like, I knew before I got an email because I clicked that, and then like a day and a half later I got an email saying I was in the beta. So. Fuck. Gonna be one of those runs, huh? Just death galore. And in case y'all are wondering, for anyone else just tuning in, I am basically just right now just trying to grind out to try to get some gear. I want to build some more LON sets. I'm right now really focusing on trying to build a Thorn set for LON. So that's why I'm just running like a level 70. If you see me dying, it's because I'm also probably half paying attention. I'm reading chat and talking to y'all. So I'm not really pushing rifts right now. I pushed rifts a few days ago. I was getting up to like 85 before I started hitting a wall, and it was very dependent on how lucky I was in the rift, whether or not I can complete it. With like the, you know, the mobs or the boss that spawns or shrine positioning. So, you know. I also tried out all of the sets. They're in my VODs, or if you go to my YouTube, you can check out all the like beta tests and see all the different sets that I tried out. Because I tried out each one. So now I'm just working on LON builds. Test that out. And fucking dying left and right. The squishiness factor of the Necro really sucks too. Oh! Telsa! 314, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate the support. Thank you. So, y'all might know, I know they had the Destiny 2 announcement, and they said that the computer version was going to be stalled out longer than the actual console version. Did they actually release any kind of dates for that crap? I was kind of curious about that. I didn't do much reading on it. Whoa! Hey! Teabag the Bag 5! Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. James Baxter, too. Whoa. Alright, that was weird. I threw up my mages from below. The explosion area was there, but the mages weren't there. And it wasn't doing any damage. That's strange. Shit. I took my hand off the keyboard for a sec. You see what I'm talking about though? Like right when you res up, the squishiness is just redonkulous until you get up your 50 stacks. And then even then, you're still kind of... Whoop. Death-filled rift. There we go. How much toughness and resist do you have? I have 43 mil toughness, and my resist is about 1800 to each. A big fact, and I'm also using Unity Ring. A big factor is that like you have to build up 50 stacks in order to get your 50% reduction from your set, and currently they have no other damage reduction. That's it. It is Unity, and that's the only two damage reduction right now that Necros have available to them, really. Because if you try to change out items too much, the build doesn't work, and then you won't be able to do damage, kind of thing. But they don't have any bracers, and so they don't have any kind of like damage reduction bracers or anything like that right now. And basically the way you're surviving, and especially at higher rifts, is 100% because of, and I can't open the skill, it's every time you cast Army of the Dead or Land of the Dead, you're immune to all damage for 4 seconds. That's basically how Necros are progressing. Sunstone for damage, but you have to balance life. Lower life equals more damage. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the ring. If you use that, though, you won't be able to use the cooldown reduction ring. So then you're actually hurting yourself more too. Yeah. Like with this build, should say. Like I said, this build is 100% reliant on you're immune to everything for 4 seconds and you cooldown reduction. Yeah, I'm immune to everything, cooldown reduction. Now I gotta run because he's gonna one-shot me if I don't. And then come back, I'm immune to everything and I'm doing damage. Yeah. I can show you the ability now. It's this right here. Ratham's Shield. You cannot lose life for 4 seconds after using Land of the Dead, Army of the Dead, or that one. I got these up to 30% each. Not bad. What was I gonna do? I was gonna level some other gems to throw in to the gear. Yeah, it was these. I was using that to throw it in. Yeah. So you make a trade-off. That ring gives you damage reduction for the lower amount of health you have. Or you use the Obsidian Ring of Zodiac for the cooldown reduction. So you're either looking at, you're trying to balance out low health, or you're trying to balance out perma-immunity, pretty much. You either want to be perma-immune, or you balance out to low health. That's why it's easier to do this one than the other one, because you're constantly trying to, you know, stay at low health. So it's one of those like dangerous games. Yeah. Oop, oop. Oh shit. Oh yeah.
Are you ready? See you soon. What a steal. That is too
Still nothing. Shit. Yeah, it's easier to play with high cooldown reduction. Yeah. Definitely. What's the set name? It is the Ratham Skeletal set, which is Bones of Ratham. Rathma. Rathma. And let's see. Alright, guys. Let's see. I think one of the main issues Blizzard brought with the only 6-piece set is the lack of versatility, because all the Necro orange or armor slots. Yeah, and another thing that kind of sucks is like all the slots, like you're saying, is it's boots, pants, chest, helm, shoulders, arms. All the sets. So it doesn't allow you to mix and match at all, which really sucks. And I was pointing this out earlier. I would really love to mix this set with this one. You get the 6-piece bone armor, and then you get the 2-piece from this where it fires a corpse lance. That would be amazing with this set. It'd be really good. It wouldn't be overpowered, but it would make this set a lot better, because then you're constantly, you know, shooting off a corpse lance while you're eating. That does an 850% more damage. Yeah, it's much easier to balance it for Blizzard, because they don't have to worry about exactly what I'm saying, like you mix match these two. But the way they have it right now, the 2-piece sets literally, like, this would be the only two that would match up really well. I mean, having Blood Rush gain every effect on every rune doesn't really help you out a whole lot. Or your minions have a cooldown of Army of Dead reduced by damage, you know. That doesn't really help compared to just these two. But alright guys, that is actually it for me for right now. I gotta clean my house before my mom gets here. My daughter is doing her dance thing today, so she's coming watch. And, yeah, it's gonna be good. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and find someone on the Diablo section that's probably doing a Necro test. I'm gonna host them. Well, look, guys, you know, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for everything. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the follows. I stream every day from around 9 a.m. to 2 for sure. Normally, today's a little short day. And then I usually stream in the afternoon also. So, thank y'all again for watching. I appreciate it. Let's find someone. Let's go ahead and find someone to host. Huh? Let's go find someone to host who's doing some of that, or to, you know, send y'all in a good direction for someone who's also testing Necro. Let's see, where's that Diablo at? There we go. Let's see here. And honestly, it doesn't look like anyone is. Shit, am I the only one doing the Necromancer test right now? Let's see. Damn! Alright, fuck.
The darkness grows while we stand about.
Alright. Well, this guy right now, he's running a wizard. I mean, I can't find anyone else doing the Necro here. Gee whiz. Who's that big goat man in the middle? I'll actually answer that for you real quick before I go. He sells all the set pieces for the Necromancer. Oh, and thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. He sells all the set pieces for the Necromancer, and all the legendaries, for 200 blood shards apiece. That's what that big goat man does. Oh, shit.
Radaman, thank you for the follow, dude. I appreciate the support. Wow, guys, thank you for the support, dude.
What the heck
Thank you,
is that?
you're doing great.
Guys, I apologize for this. I was actually going to find someone to host that was doing the Necromancer beta, but I am having an incredibly hard time finding anyone on the list that is actually doing the Necromancer beta. The hype is dead. Why isn't he on the season, Kappa Faith? Why isn't he on every class? Make things so much easier. Once again, I am hugely sorry for this, guys. I know this is taking me an incredibly long time to end this shit, but I was gonna do a favor to someone, host. Hey, look at this. This guy, Diablo 3 Necro Beta Test Testing Stream. You know what? I have no idea. Oh, fuck me. How hard is it to get geared for a Greater Rift 70? Did that shit require a shitload of gear? And do you do that with the build or another build? I actually can do an 85 on this guy, Zam, but it takes a shitload of gear. And as you can tell, like, I was running it, I'd still instant get one shot by shit. The Necromancer is very, very in particular to, you gotta balance out and watch out, because you can easily get one shot still, even with all the shit that's set, even with 800 plus Paragon. Oh, fuck it. I can't find anyone else actually doing the Necromancer thing. So you know what? We're just going to host this guy. He's playing a wizard. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate everyone watching and tuning in. I will be back tomorrow, like I said. And I appreciate it, guys. Y'all take care.